All right, let's talk about hair removal. Specifically, the big question, bikini versus Brazilian. What is actually the difference? And maybe more importantly, is there a way to get that perfectly smooth skin with all the constant pain and drama? Let's dive in.
Okay, let's start with something we can probably all relate to. It's that never-ending cycle, right? You shave, and what feels like 5 minutes later, it's back. You go get waxed, you deal with the pain, and then you have to play the waiting game for it to grow back just to do it all over again. It feels like a battle you can't ever win.
And the reason we're all stuck in that loop, it's because these old school methods, they're just not cutting it. They look easy on the surface, but they're really just temporary band-aids for what feels like a very permanent problem.
When you really look at it, you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. Shaving is fast, sure, but you're just slicing the hair off at the surface. So of course it's back, like the next day, bringing friends like razor burn and nicks. Then you've got waxing. It lasts longer, yeah, but wow, the pain. Plus, you have to deal with that whole awkward grow-out period. Neither one is a perfect solution.
So you see the pattern here, right? It doesn't really matter which one you pick, you often end up with the same frustrating list of issues. Painful ingrown hairs, those annoying razor bumps, constant irritation. It's just so much time and effort for results that, let's be honest, just don't stick around. That dream of smooth skin just turns into a daily chore.
Now you might be thinking, okay, but what about all those at-home laser gadgets I see everywhere? Well, this chart says it all. Look at that gap. A professional treatment, we're talking up to 90% permanent hair reduction. The at-home devices, they really top out around 70%, and that's a big if. That's if you use them absolutely perfectly. If you don't, you're risking burns or skin damage. Yikes.
So, if the old ways are just broken and the new DIY stuff isn't quite there yet, what's left? Well, it turns out there is a real answer, a technology that is a total game changer.
And that solution is a technology called SHR, which stands for Super Hair Removal. And honestly, the name fits. Forget everything you think you know about painful laser treatments of the past. This is a massive leap forward. It's a super advanced laser that makes the whole process effective, safe, and, believe it or not, actually comfortable. So what makes SHRs so much better? Well, it's like it took that whole list of problems we just talked about and solved every single one. Pain, basically gone, thanks to a gradual heating method and an awesome cooling system. And it's designed to be safe on all skin types, which is huge, especially for Singapore's diverse population. But maybe the best part? It targets the hair follicle directly, which means goodbye ingrown hairs for good.
Okay, but how does it actually do all that? The science behind it is super cool. It's surprisingly simple, but really, really clever.
So think of it like this. Old school lasers were like one single, hot, painful zap. Ouch. SHR is completely different. It's more like slowly turning up the heat in a pot of water. It delivers these little, low-energy pulses really fast, over and over, gently building up heat right in the hair follicle until it's toast, but without damaging the skin around it. It's smarter, safer, and way more comfortable.
And because this technology is so effective and gentle, it brings us right back to our original question, bikini or Brazilian? Let's break it down. Super simple. A bikini treatment is just the basics, tidying up anything that would peek out from a standard swimsuit. A Brazilian, on the other hand, is the whole shebang. It removes all the hair from the entire area, front, labia, and the anal region. Of course, you can always customize it and leave a small strip if that's your style. Okay, the tech sounds amazing, but let's get down to it. What are the actual real-world results? And is it really worth it in the long run?
Let's start with the number that matters most, 90%. We're talking up to 90% permanent hair reduction after a full course of treatments. Just think about that. This isn't about being smooth for a few weeks. This is about a long-term solution that shaving and waxing just can't even come close to.
Right, I know what you're thinking. Sounds expensive. And yeah, there is an investment up front. But look at the big picture. When you add up what you would spend on monthly waxing appointments over a lifetime, you could potentially save over $3,800. And that's not even counting the hours and hours of your life you get back.
So, how do you get to that 90% finish line? The journey is actually really predictable. For most people, it takes about 8 to 12 sessions to get those incredible long-lasting results. You go in about once a month, which is perfect because it lines up with your hair's natural growth cycle, making sure every treatment is super effective.
And you get to see progress the whole way, which is super motivating. In the first few months, you can expect a 20 to 30% reduction. As you keep going, that number climbs past 50%. And by the end, you're hitting that incredible goal of up to 90% permanent reduction. There's no guesswork, it's a clear roadmap to smooth.
And listen, this isn't just us talking. Real people are getting these results. Look at this review. After just 2 sessions, they saw a reduction of more than 50% in some spots. That's real-world proof right there. It works, and it works fast.
So, we're back where we started. Are you ready to finally get off that frustrating hamster wheel of shaving and waxing? Because this is about so much more than just getting rid of hair. It's about choosing lasting smoothness, better hygiene, and the kind of confidence that comes with it. So the real question is, what is that freedom worth to you?